In this video, I will be discussing the biggest issue I have been personally facing as a day trader in the month of June 2024. We are towards the end of the month. We only have one more trading day left. And the biggest issue for me has been cutting my winners too early, in short, not holding my winners, because potentially I left approximately $40,000 to $50,000 on the table this month. Not on the trades I could have taken, I should have taken, no. On the trades I took, the position sizing I took, had I managed those positions nicely, sticking to my profit target, I had a few really good entries, I would have been up like 40 to 50K more than what I am at the moment. It's still a green month for me, but this has been the biggest issue holding me back this month. So let's first talk about yesterday. So yesterday I was watching Tesla. It was on my main watch. I even mentioned that in our Discord group because this stock has been stuck in this range for a very long time, like for the past 2 months. So it's stuck between 190 approximately and 165. So I mentioned that in the Discord group in our pre-market webinar that this stock might move any day now. So it's good to keep this stock on your watch list every single day moving forward. And yesterday was the day it moved up. So a coincidence, I don't know, but it was a really good daily chart setup. On the weekly chart as well, if you look at the monthly chart, right, we had a sell-off right here. We had a doji on high volume. So this is also called exhaustion volume, which can be called a reversal bar as well. And then we had a small month. So in the month of May, Tesla did not move at all. Like for the whole month, it was consolidating in this range. And now yesterday, which was 26th of June, I was watching this stock very closely for a push towards the upside. So like the daily chart is nice. On the hourly chart, if you look at the hourly chart, on the close of 25th of June, which was a Tuesday, we had a bull flag right here. So what I was watching off the open is the hold of this low or maybe the break of this high, a bull flag, for a break of the 1 hour bull flag, for a break of the 1 day chart bull flag, for a potentially new weekly high, and on the monthly chart, it might make a new monthly high as well. So a lot of higher time frame things are aligning in my favor. So I was watching this stock very closely. So now let's take a look at my entries and exits and why I don't have any reason to exit this position early, but I did that. So my entry on this stock was at 9:31 a.m. candle, right at the open of 9:31 a.m. candle. On the 9:30 a.m. candle, we had a push towards the upside, strong push. The volume increased at 9:31. This is the level I was watching, 188 zone, 187.5 to 188 zone. I entered my position right here, and then I covered my whole position right here and right here, which was stupid of me because I know personally, once it broke back, like once it broke 190 on the pullback, because this was a difficult move to catch. Like this move was a bit difficult to anticipate. I had a really good entry on the stock, so I should have done a better job holding my position. I did not do that. I exited my position right here, and then I was thinking to take another position because on my first entry, I took 190 calls, same week expiry contracts. So they were in the money. I was like, okay, I'm going to lock in these contracts and I'm going to go for 195 calls. I should have entered my position again, which I did not. I missed out on this push towards the upside on my first trade, and on the second trade, I was not able to execute. And then I tried messing around these pullback entries. So basically overall, I kind of lost money on these trades, but the first winner, this could have made me approximately $7,000 to $8,000, but I only made $2,400 on the first trade. And then I lost approximately $700 to $800 on these two trades. So overall ending the day around $1,600, which is still a good day. Like it's not a bad day. But based on the position sizing, my game plan was, it was a monthly breakout, a weekly chart breakout, a daily chart breakout, an hourly chart breakout. So the worst thing I can do is manage my position sizing on the 1 minute chart. My entry was really good. Entry was A+, game plan was A+, exit was C- on this trade. Now you guys can see my entries and exits at 9:31 a.m., 2.27 fill price, exit right here, exit right here. So I entered 30 contracts, I exited all 30 contracts. Then I missed out on that push towards the upside. And then I entered again around 9:52, around right here, which I covered for a loss. Then I took another position around 10:01, which I covered for a loss again. Like I took another position right here, caught a small winner on that trade, but overall I was red on the last two trades, around $800. I was up $2,500 on the first trade, after which I decided to call it a day because any other trade would have put me down under $1,000, which I was not willing to do. So if you're not willing to risk it, just don't trade it. Now again, if you ask me, how would you know like what is the top of this stock, right? You don't know, but you can just stick to your game plan. My game plan on this stock was that if it makes a new 5 minutes low, I'm going to exit my position. So it made a new 5 minutes low right here, and the premiums were holding around $4.3 to $4.4. So this was potentially On the minimum side, had I stuck to my game plan, it was around $6,000 to $7,000 trade, and I made $2,400, which is still a good amount of money. Everything is good, but I just did not stick to my game plan, and that has been the issue for me this month. Not only on this trade, on a lot of other trades as well. Now today, I only had one stock on my primary watch list, guys, and that was Meta. I discussed that in the pre-market webinar that if Meta doesn't move because it looks like a playbook setup, I don't see any other playbook setups, I'm okay calling it a day without taking any trades. I discussed that specifically in the Discord group in the pre-market webinar, like Meta is the only stock I like. And if you guys want to join our Discord group, get access to a community of serious traders, get access to my game plans every single day, access to the pre-market webinars, the link will be in the description box below. On the monthly chart, we are making a bull flag on Meta, so we are going with the trend, which is pretty good. On the weekly chart, we can see that we had a very nice bull flag on the weekly chart, which is a very higher time frame, right? Bull flag right here, bullish move towards the upside. Prior week, we had a small red bar right here. And the pivot high, the break of this bull flag will be at $514 level. And you guys can see, I only have 2 levels marked on my chart. That's how you trade. You don't need 15, 20 different levels. And you guys can see how we respected these levels nicely. So the break of the weekly bull flag will be at 514. Then the next level we have is the high of this week, which is around 524-ish, 523.5. After that, we directly have all-time high, which is around 532. Let's now take a look at the daily chart. This is similar setup to Tesla, guys. Like Tesla was consolidating in that range for a month, but Meta has been consolidating in this range for about 2 weeks. On this day, we were gapping up above $514 level. We were opening right around $514 level. So you guys know I'm looking for a hold of 514 for a push towards the upside. The first profit target will be around 523. Ultimate profit target will be all-time high. So what happened? Let's take a look at the 1-minute chart now. My entry was at 9:30 a.m. guys. Like we opened right here. I entered my position right at the open with the stop loss under 514. Now I only took 30 contracts. I say only because for some traders, 30 contracts is going to be small position sizing. For others, it's going to be big position sizing. Some people trade 300 contracts. Some people take 3 contracts. So again, sizing is just a number at the end of the day. The whole thing is risk to reward. My risk on this trade was approximately $1,000, $800 to $1,000 on 30 contracts, and I made $4,500 on this trade. So that is a nice 6 to 7 hour trade. So now my entry was right here with the stop loss under 514. I was planning to take around 60 to 100 contracts on this trade. But the thing is, if I take a position right at 9:30 a.m., it's always a risky bet because if you're trading options, this stock could have rejected 514 and maybe went towards like 511 in 2 candles and you could have lost a lot of money, right? So that's why when you take a trade right at the market open at 9:30 a.m., you don't have a 1-minute high or 1-minute low. You don't have a high of the day or low of the day. So you just have to go based on your levels. And that's why if I take a trade right at the market open, I like to size down. So I took 30 contracts. My position sizing was worth around $6,000 and I made $4,500 on this trade. On this candle, I was out majority of my position. I did a good job holding my winner in this case because we moved like 7 points from 514 to around 521, which was a pretty good move on Meta because the ATR of this stock is like $11. Then I was holding only 5 contracts of my initial position. I took another trade right here, which I got stopped out. So I lost approximately $1,000 on that trade. And eventually I exited the remaining 5 contracts right here as well. Overall ending the day with $3,300 in the green, which is still not my best PNL, not my worst PNL, but the trading is good. Like I held my position. Yes, I could have taken 60 contracts, 100 contracts, but you never know, right? At 9:30 a.m., my rule is not to go all in at 9:30 a.m. because I have taken quite a few big losses in my trading career, entering a position right at 9:30 a.m. I have talked about that trade as well. I remember in 2022 or 21 in February, Google after earnings, I took a position right at 9:30 a.m. I lost $40,000 on that trade. So I just learned from my mistakes. That trade still haunts me. And that's why if I take a trade off the open, I just don't want to go all in right off the open. On the other hand, if Meta would have pulled back a bit slightly and then pushed towards the upside, I'm pretty sure I would have sized up to maybe 50 or 100 contracts on this trade. So now let's take a look at my trades, my executions and my PNL. And today I did a better job compared to yesterday holding my winners. So here you go. My first entry was at 9:30 a.m. My fill was 2.19. Maximum I would have lost 20 cents or 30 cents of contracts. So my risk was $600 to $900 on 30 contracts and I made $4,500 on that trade. So it was a 5 to 7 hour trade depending on the risk, because with options it's always going to be a rough ballpark. And my second trade was I took a position at 9:44. I added to my position at 9:50, but once we rejected under VWAP, I covered my whole position, losing around $1,200 on the second trade, making making $4,500 on the first trade. Overall, ending the day with $3,300, 3,330 in the green. And yesterday I made $1,600. So around $5,000 in 2 days. But this could have been like $15,000. But because I messed up on my executions on Tesla, you have to pay for it. So that is what I did. So now if you ask me how was I able to hold my winner today, but I was not able to do that yesterday. Now the answer is like, because I can say that Tesla has been pretty choppy and it's been giving a lot of fake outs recently. That's why I lost my trust on that stock. So I covered my position early, but every trade is a new opportunity. Every single trade you take, there are different market participants. So that is not a valid reason. It's only a reason in your head. But statistically, every trade is independent of the prior trade because there are different market participants on each and every single given trade. Now, the one thing that helps me personally is just to have a technical approach to trading. So by that, what I mean is that if you're taking a trade towards the upside, you can just make it a bit more technical, like level to level. If I enter at 514, my profit target is the break of 520 or something like that. Or if it breaks 520 and you don't have any other profit targets, you are like, okay, it's above my profit target. So now if it makes a new 1 minute low, I'm going to exit my position. If it makes a new 5 minutes low, I'm going to exit my position. And that is what I'm trying to implement in my own trading, to just have a bit more technical approach and not to exit my position just based on emotions. It's pretty difficult thing to do because no one likes to just leave money on the table. But as a trader, you never know how much a stock can move in your favor or how much it can drop against you. So you should always have a stop loss in place when you enter a position. And after entering a position, if it's a losing trade, just exit at the stop loss. If it's a winning trade, have a bit more technical approach. For me, according to my playbook, if I see a daily chart breakout or hourly chart breakout or whatever, the best thing I can do is that I should have a bit more technical approach to exit all my position if it makes a new 5 minutes low, if I'm taking it towards the upside, and if I'm taking it towards the downside, I should exit my whole position if it makes a new 5 minutes high. So this technical approach helps me navigate this trading, because at the end of the day, even if I make less money than I should have, I can just be like, okay, I stuck to my game plan. That's it. If you stick to your game plan, that's a good thing, because you never know what's going to happen in trading. Like it's going to a casino and trying to predict the blackjack, right? You can't do that. You can't do that. At the end of the day, if you stick to your game plan, that is a good trade. Doesn't matter if you lose money or make money. And also what I have noticed this month is that you have to be very selective with your watch list, because if I am watching 4 to 5 stocks every single day, out of those 5 stocks, 4 stocks are going to be like crazy. They are going to be like V reversals all day long. But that one stock is going to move really well, and you will be able to find 2 to 3 trades in a week that set up really nicely. So you have to be very selective with your watch list in the month of June 2024, especially because it's like summer month. And also because a lot of stocks are extended. So you have to look for the best setup with best consolidation, maybe some news catalyst. And I think we as a community in the Discord group are doing a pretty good job finding these setups every single day. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your thought process regarding holding your winners and cutting your losers? And what is your process of holding your winners? Do you just exit at the level that you're watching, or do you put a trading stop loss, or do you hold until you see a 1 minute low or 1 minute high, a 5 minutes low or 5 minutes high? I'm excited to have a discussion in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys are new, subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on day trading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.